Switch it. What is up, everybody? I'm so excited. We have Sword with us here today, and we have a fun show for y'all. Sword, first of all, it's been a long time since you and I have streamed together. Okay? For those that don't know, I mean, Sword was like, we met each other like when I was like first streaming. Okay? Like, I was playing Control. And then you came in chat. I remember that distinctly. That's how long ago it was. How are we doing today, Sword?
I am doing okay. It's kind of a warm day
It is a
today.
warm. It is hot, isn't it?
It is. It
Uh,
is.
It's
The most of the western states right now are dealing with a heat wave that just decided to interfere this weekend. So it's a
yep.
perfect day for a podcasting when
It
it's.
sure is. It sure is. I'm glad you mentioned that. It sure
Yeah.
is. This
hmm
is, I think, episode 6 of Unfiltered Brew, guys. Today is all about Call of Duty, the controversy, the problems with it that it's facing right now, what the future is going to look like, with our main discussion, which we'll head into a little bit later, if it should only be console only and taken away from PC, which a lot of PC people are going to be mad at what we're going to say today. But listen, that's what it is. When was the last time you played Call of Duty? Sword.
To be honest, when the new Modern Warfare 2 was released,
Yeah.
was it? I don't know when that was. Was it the beginning of this
October, I
year?
think, of last year, right? I think it's, ooh, when
So
did
I
that
have
come out?
I do have a copy of that game.
Yeah.
And I played a couple rounds, but then I stopped because then I had some other business I had to deal with, and I actually unfortunately wasn't able to get back into it like I wanted to.
Right.
And then I know weeks later Warzone was released again, the new
Yes,
Warzone.
it was. It was.
So
Yeah, so it was Warzone 2.0.
2.0, yeah.
Yeah, 2.0. I think it came out yeah, I think I want to say last year or the year before, but we're already on season 3 of it. I have not played Warzone 2.0. I used to play the OG Verdansk. That was amazing. And then I migrated to Rebirth when they went to the second map they changed Verdansk. And then I think it was Caldera. And then I stopped playing it altogether. But the only thing I play now with Modern Warfare 2 is hardcore. It's the only game mode that I love. That's it.
Mhm.
And multiply. I mean, the story was good. It was great to get a campaign again. Even though it was short, I won't complain because we haven't had a campaign in a Call of Duty game in a while. So that was fun. I think the story was fun to play. But yeah, multiplayer. I just feel like, but we'll get into this a bit later, but to preface this, like, the lack of creativity that Activision is facing is just like, they're not creative anymore. You get a bunch of old maps put in, and it's just like, instead of creating something new that's fresh, um, creativity's dead. They just keep repeating and putting it onto a new platform. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's a copy and paste ordeal, kind of
Yes.
thing, right? Like, I think Hijacked is my favorite map. Okay, all time favorite map. That is on Black Ops 3. Or was it 2? No, I'm sorry, Black Ops 2, because that was on PS3. And like, when was the last time you seen Hijacked? They don't even bring that map back. They just keep
Yeah.
bringing Nuketown, unless they haven't seen that in a while, based on who makes the game. But now we're seeing like Shipment again. Like, we're tired of this. We want Hijacked. But yeah, like we used to have Standoff. Like, all these fun maps that we used to have, like, yeah, it's nice to see once in a while Express, come in, but like, you need to create maps that are fun, which, like, we did get new maps. I'm not too crazy about them on Modern Warfare 2. But yeah, it's just this copy and paste. But to start off the show, guys, Warzone has officially become pay to play, everybody's worst nightmare. Activision released an in-game store bundle that is kind of considered a pay to win. The bundle is Rose and Thorn, which gives DMZ players a free unmanned aerial vehicle. So that UAV, for those that don't know, that temporarily reveals the locations of enemy players at the start of the match, immediately offering an advantage. So it happens at the very start of the game, which everyone knows the DMZ, you can die from 1,000 different ways, right? It's pretty difficult. So you get 3 back-to-back UAVs at the start. And usually there's a cooldown period. I think it's less than a minute. So they literally go back to back to back and get you quickly removed from DMZ. So since it's easy to die, the UAV also gives them loot. So it's another controversy thing we're facing. Like they get loot, they get the kills. And if you pay for this bundle, you're basically 80% more at an advantage. So what do you think about that? About giving people a pay to win advantage?
Oh man. Well, it's kind of hard for me to say much about Warzone because I'm gonna be honest with you,
No,
I
this is
haven't really.
DMZ. It's a whole new, it's a game mode. It's game mode.
Oh, is this for the main
Yes. And
Call
so
of Duty?
yeah, it's on Modern Warfare 2. So think of it like, um, is basically you go in, you face bots and real players. But it's like kind of like Division Dark Zone where like you die, you lose it all.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So this is but the problem is because it's pretty difficult and chaotic. You should definitely go in with players. If you pay for this bundle, you're guaranteed a higher advantage of winning. So it's kind of like it's not like buying a lottery ticket and then buying 10 lottery tickets thinking you're going to have a higher chance of winning because, that's kind of rare. But this is basically paying like Siege. Think of it like Rainbow Six, right? Um you pay for like something at the store that would give you an advantage each round. It's cheating. It's
Yeah.
I mean
It's
it is. If you can't,
it's not necessary to pay to play like
right.
that. I just
It's not. It's a pay to win. Like if you want to win, you pay the money, and then it's like you didn't even earn it. You paid for it, and then that takes away from everything else. I mean, would you consider this a form of cheating? Because there's a ton of
um
cheating in Call of Duty.
what term of is it? You
I
mean just
mean, it's just like a
of
cheat.
cheating?
Like it's not like cheating where you're gonna get banned. It's just like if you can't beat them, join them kind of deal. Like if you don't have the skill set to actually
So
complete something, you're paying for an advantage. To me,
so
it's a form of cheating.
I it's funny how you mention it like that. I don't know if you remember this or not, but one of the previous Call of Duties, I don't know if it was Black Ops or something
Uh
like
huh.
that. They realized that players were frustrated because a lot of people were just dying, and they're just like they want to get just some kills.
Yeah,
So they made the kill count kind of easier
I
to
do
work
remember
with.
that.
Yeah, and so
Oh.
like even if you like died,
Yeah,
your kill count wasn't reset.
yeah, I do
But
remember that.
but the results of your rewards were just they're not as good as if you actually did better, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Yeah, yeah,
And so yeah, so I don't know, it kind of that kind of makes me think
right.
of this kind of term where like, well, if you suck, you'll get these
Rewarded.
rewards,
Yeah,
but if you don't suck, then you'll get these rewards, which are much better. Like
yeah.
you can, so I don't know. So I don't
I
know.
mean, to
That's
me, it's just kind of like if you're gonna take a test in class, okay?
yeah.
Say you have a math test, you pay for like a cheat sheet, right? It
Hmm.
gives you the advantage. That's cheating. Yes,
Yeah.
but no one said that you can't do it because they offered it, right? So if the teacher offers it, then it's like, well, the teacher said it's okay, like Activision, here it is, buy it. But at the end of the day, it means that you don't have the skill set to start at the base zero, right? Like everybody else, that you are now taking advantage of this, what's given to you and paying for it. Whereas if someone
Hmm.
doesn't want to pay for it, right now they're at a huge disadvantage. It's not fair. Maybe cheating. I mean, it's a gray area, but at least we can say it's not fair for certain. It's not how you play games. The whole point of games is to get better, work on your skill. People like a challenge. Um, you know, just keep grinding. That's kind of the whole point of gaming these days, right? You keep grinding to get your gear. You grind to get everything now. That's kind of how the format of video games are today. So, really sad to see that. But am I shocked? No, because Activision is a burning ship that is somehow staying afloat. Yeah, that's anything else you guys say add to that?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
So we're talking about this. I don't know. It's like you said it's kind of like a little package thing that you
yeah, you
get.
can
That
buy it a bundle. Yeah.
so. Do you by chance have that information? I just want to know if we can review everything that you get within the package and discuss it because I
Uh,
think.
I did. I think that is what comes with it.
Okay, can you rephrase it all again? Start
It's
with like
a
what do you
Rose and
get?
Thorn, but it gives DMZ players 3 UAVs at the start of the match.
Okay.
Yeah, with the I believe a 50-second cooldown, which is like nothing.
That sounds like the comparison that I mentioned earlier about the previous Call of Duty, where even if you suck, your kill count
Yeah.
doesn't reset. But I believe, and I think this happened to me as well because I'm not really the best at Call of Duty, but I
Mhm.
enjoyed it,
Right.
and I think one of the kill counts was a UAV as well, and so.
Yeah,
But
but see,
I still had to suffer dying to get
right,
it, but and it
right.
took time. So.
Exactly. It took time. But the thing is, right, you can pay for this. That's the thing. Is like what you're talking about, the developers changed the format of it for everybody. This is if you pay it, you get it. And then therefore you're at the advantage. You know what I mean? It's like it's basically paying for you're buying your wins. And that's not fair. And that's kind of everyone's worst nightmare.
Uh,
So many
well,
games like this.
the best way I could think of. What else is there? Before I continue, so you got the UAV thing, the three UAV, and then what else?
That's I believe that is the gist of it. Um I can yeah, that is the gist of it. And the thing is you this is DMZ the DMZ game mode. So like I
Oh.
said, it's a little different than anything you're used to on Call of Duty.
And you said they actually added bots
No, they
in
that
this mode?
there is, yes. So
Okay.
it's a pay to win. Um so basically you get your UAV, a new calling card, like the rest is like cosmetics.
Okay.
So yeah, the rest doesn't matter. It's $15 for those that are interested. Yeah, so you get advantages to your weapon. Like an extra, let me see. Yeah, you do get a blueprint. So blueprints in Call of Duty, as we know, have usually advantages that other guns that don't have that are not part of a blueprint. So that's basically it. But the whole point is the UAV is the big deal in this game mode. Without like with the 50-second cooldown. Like I said, this is just paying to win. Um, they've done this before in other games that are like Battle Royale and people complained about it, but it is a pay to win. And if they start doing this, then I guarantee the last 100,000 maybe people that play Warzone, whatever that number is, will drastically drop because they don't want to keep putting in money just to gain your win because that just proves that you don't need skill, that you just need the money to keep pouring in for your wins.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's the advantage. Those are huge, and that is huge in this game zone, especially because the this game mode basically has a ton of good loot, especially things that are not offered in the battle pass, whether you pay for it or not. Some things that are not available there that you can get in DMZ and use it in multiplayer. So yeah, it's kind of a huge deal. But moving on, guys. We have season 3 is here for Modern Warfare 2, and what does that entail? Well, we got a new map coming in for this, and May 10th this was released, so a few days ago. And we have a new map called Alberin Hatchery, and this is kind of a medium-sized map. One would say it's not too huge, pretty basic. Supposed to be taking place in Spain. We got new calling card improvements. So basically, you get new calling card challenges to unlock different calling cards that they have. You can see your favorites. This is kind of big because if you like a calling card, now you can track it if you want how to unlock it. You can also preview mastery cards from a specific season, which they did not have before. Gameplay, you know, you got the Like with guns, they nerfed, buffed assault rifles. You know, they have new challenges for all rifles actually. New camos. What else is there? New guns. We have a new two new handguns. Okay, that's huge.
Nice.
We got new equipment such as a throwing star, which is always fun. You know, better than a
Yeah,
throwing knife.
right.
Weapon balancing they did include, but like I said, if you're gonna just pay for these bundles, then it really won't matter. Um, Now, okay, so there is a delay between equipping a weapon and being able to fire it. It has been decreased across numerous weapons. So that delay is now shortened, which is huge, especially in a game mode like hardcore where it's all about time and reaction. Um,
Yeah.
but quick raise and quick drop speeds have increased. Um, so allow which is improved by fast hands. So if you want to decrease that, definitely equip your fast hands. We have armor damage. Maximum armor damage has been added to all rifles, as in assault rifles, battle rifles, submachine guns, and light machine guns. So that'll assist in slowing down range kills. And so yeah, I mean, you guys can find all of this on the Call of Duty website, but we got a lot of buffs, a lot of nerfs, but a big map. A new map is kind of a big deal, and that's always fun to have a new map. What do you think, Sword?
Oh gosh.
Do you think nerfing? I mean, do you think weapons should be nerfed and buffed as often as they are in Call of Duty?
Yeah. I. It's all about trial and error. You
Yeah,
try it out and it's all about guessing and playing and see how you do and just see how people take advantage of the weapon and as they monitor and they watch and they're like, oh man, they're like, okay, maybe that's a little too OP or too little strong.
right.
And a lot of complaints. You'll get a lot of
Usually,
complaints and
yes.
yeah, and so yeah, so there's nothing wrong with
Nothing.
tweaking
Yeah.
tweaking guns and adjusting them, giving guns that people hardly use a chance, and all that as well too. So it's kind of nice.
I will
So
say a big complaint I had with um it's like the whole grinding for attachments thing,
no,
which was always there, right? But now it's kind of like you can't get anything without, like, they used to give us like a red dot at least to start with some attachments. Now it's like you get nothing and you grind, and some of us that don't play Call of Duty, you know, full time, that takes a long time to get there. Like
yes,
I have a good amount unlocked, not everything, but everything I use and like unlock. I got my gold camos and stuff, but it's like this was a lot of work to put in, especially since hardcore was actually in the very release of this game. It was like realistic mode where you did not get, you know, crosshairs. You didn't get, what is it? Hit markers. Sorry, hit markers. You did not get told if you killed someone, which was not the original hardcore. This was like a realism game mode. We complained, thankfully, and they changed it back to regular hardcore. But I mean,
right,
the grind, it's like with the whole buffing and nerfing, this is why I love playing hardcore. It eliminates all of this because it's like a one shot, one kill. Doesn't matter what gun you have, it doesn't matter what attachments you have, it's reactionary. So for me, I guess this is more of a Warzone thing. But yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the times, like you said, it's trial and error, so it's always good. And I never really read the buffs or the nerfs because we all know things are going to get changed by next season anyway. I
right.
mean, right? Nothing ever sticks with these kind of games. Yeah, I'm not shocked. But more news on the next Call of Duty, which a few days ago we just found out that it's most likely going to be called, get this, Modern Warfare 3. Get this. Like like are you like we already had a Modern Warfare 3.
I
Okay?
mean, they did two. Now they're doing three.
Yeah, like we did 1, 2, and 3. Like it's too much. We already did one. They revamped it back in like 20, whatever it was, 18, 17, 19, whatever it was. I think it was 19. They had the regular Modern Warfare. Now we just
I'm
had Modern
not.
Warfare 2.
I'm not surprised anymore, honestly.
Oh, it's Modern Warfare 3. Like we already had this. I loved actually Modern Warfare 3. Not so much the multiplayer, but It was the Resistance. It was that map where, the waves of bots would come in. And that to me was the most fun, was on that game. I still play it. If I have family come over, we still play the original Modern Warfare 3. So I don't know why we're like trying to rebrand it like the old ways, because what I think they're doing is they know that players aren't really playing anymore. So they think by recreating what has been done in the past, it's going to pull more players in, especially those of us that are older and did play the older games. Would you agree?
Yeah, that, and also since they release, I think probably I could be wrong, but I since they have newer engines being released
True.
for other games besides Call of Duty, the graphics and just the way that's run is just I don't the realism of the game's just gonna keep looking better and better and better.
Yeah.
But and so yeah,
Looking better is not the same as playing better, you know?
I know, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You can have the best
yeah.
graphics in the world and have an utterly trash game,
Correct.
right? Right. It's just like
Yes.
I always find the best games to be the worst graphics, honestly.
Right.
Like if we want graphics, go outside. Okay? you know?
Or
You
well,
know? Go
I
outside.
don't go outside because the story mode's boring.
Yeah.
So
That's true. I will say at least the stories are always more interesting in games than real
right,
life.
right.
But like Modern Warfare 3, I don't know. I don't like where we're going here. I used to love Call of Duty, like love, 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 played it every day for hours. Now I get
Yeah.
like a 2 hour max once a blue moon. I get wildly bored with it. And I kind of, I want to talk about this in the future and would love to have you come back to talk about this. But like gaming is just like boring now. It's
Correct.
it's not the same.
Yes.
I replay
Um
old games, just to get like some sense of fun,
yes. Yes, I agree.
you know? And you play Observation Room, and that to me is like, I don't even have the patience for that. Sword
Oh,
here, guys. You guys can find him over at Twitch. And he literally sits there like a security guard, right? Trying to find these differences in these like cams that he sees in Observation, right? It is called Observation Room, right?
it's called optimization duty. It's
Oh,
really fun.
duty. There
It's
you go. Yeah, see,
yeah.
I don't have the patience for that.
Well, what's really cool is try not to get too much off topic here,
Yeah.
but it's all you're doing is just watching cameras and you're flipping through and just trying to find things that look different out of place, and then you report them. I often when I'm streaming or playing it, I always have some kind of thriller vibe music in the background to make it more
Oh, see.
kind
Oh,
of
you make it
scary.
into. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's a good touch.
So I've seen other streamers do it, and then when I'm doing it, I'm just like, it feels so much cooler to have. And
Yeah.
obviously, it's the non-copyrighted music,
Yeah.
but yeah, when you look, you can find so much of that on YouTube, and just
Tell the developers to make
combine it.
make some
Yeah,
music.
yeah. They
Yeah.
don't actually have that, which is interesting. But so
Speaking of music, I actually do listen to music when I play Call of Duty. I can't just listen to the audio because again, I get wildly bored. It's not like something like Rainbow Six where you need to hear the like footsteps or anything. Of course, this is hardcore, not like Warzone. If it was Warzone, I think it'd be different. But yeah, I just don't like the lack of creativity. We're copying and pasting. Call of Duty needs a break. And I mean, I was expecting after their long break between Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 to be like this killer game. And then it was just so mediocre. It fell flat. Disappointed. Just disappointed. I just
yeah,
like fix it. Fix it. Get your life together. I would rather wait for a game, and I know we've talked about this before, and we were always in agreement that we'd rather wait for a game to be perfected than to be putting out garbage,
right.
right? Like, we don't need celebrity endorsements. I don't need your cool trailers that they put on commercials that are like real actors mimicking like what is in the game, but it's not in the game. Like, I don't need any of that razzle dazzle. Just give us a good game, right? I mean, it's just the lack of creativity and Activision, all the problems they face. It's just like, and we're going to head more into our main discussion because I got a lot to say, but it's like all they care about is their streamers, people that stream it and making money, they don't care if they're cheating, because we all know the controversy around Call of Duty streamers, like Warzone streamers, and how much cheating actually goes on. And what does Activision do? They just keep sending these big time streamers like packages to keep them playing the game, free stuff to promote their game. You get operators that look like these streamers that they've just released, of 2 streamers that don't even play Call of Duty, who quit Call of Duty. Now they got them playing it again because they made operators that you can buy look like them. Like, everything is
Uh,
just a grab and buy. It has nothing to do with the game. They're just trying to get traction here, and they're
mhm.
ignoring the masses of people that do play this game. I mean, what do you think about this?
Well, it's kind of ideally going to the big topic of what you
Right.
started today
Mm-hmm.
is you, like we should probably mention about, is you're asking, should Call of Duty be on console
Right.
only
Right.
and on PC. I When you mentioned about that to me, it gave me some time to think of kind of like pros and cons
Yeah,
and
let's
stuff
hear them.
like
Let's hear
that.
them.
Yeah, and so, well, ideally, I don't think, overall, I don't think they should.
Okay.
But I mean, honestly, there's a lot of yeses that other reasons why they do. But um, the one that you've been talking for the past 10-20 minutes
Mm-hmm.
is cheating,
Mm-hmm.
because people make programs
All the
on the
time.
computer
All the time.
to be able to hack and cheat their way to victory. Um, I was trying to think about this, and maybe you might know, but I think it's harder to cheat if you just did it through console,
That's what I that and
um,
exactly. Exactly.
and all that. So,
I mean,
um,
you
if
know,
I was, go ahead.
no,
Sorry.
no, go ahead. I was just gonna say, before, when this game was really nice, it was only on console. And then it wasn't
Yeah.
until it was introduced on PC we started to see all this garbage.
Yes.
Right?
So believe it or not, I started Call of Duty, actually the Modern Warfare 2, on Xbox 360 years
Nice.
ago.
Yeah.
That was my first Call of Duty game.
Nice.
I grew up mostly on console.
Yeah.
About maybe when I met you,
Mm-hmm.
uh through your stream when you
Yeah.
were playing other games and stuff like that. I think I was doing console or PC. I switched
Okay.
to PC.
Yeah.
Um, I did it when they were running through Blizzard, when Blizzard
Yes. Yeah.
had Call of Duty going.
Right.
I tried doing PC, and obviously the feel is different. Um, I don't
Okay.
know,
So see,
but go.
that kind of reminds me. So, okay, I don't mind if you want to use, because on console, people that don't know this, everyone always asks me, why do you buy Call of Duty on console if you have a PC, blah, blah, blah. I can use my mouse and keyboard on console. They've allowed this since Modern Warfare, or even sooner than that. But I don't
Yes.
know. I don't know. But like, I know that you can, and I like having it on console, not only because it's split screen, but like I can take it anywhere, right? And if I wanted to use my mouse and keyboard, I can use it through console. So I think with just that ability today, take it away from PC, and it's coming to cheaters. And yes, you can use a Cronus or whatever third party device on your console. If Activision actually cared about cheating, they should be able to detect that and add what Rainbow Six did, which was add FPS, right? Give them lag.
Hmm.
Or if they keep doing it, ban them.
Yeah.
Like, lagging is a big deal. The lag is like so frustrating. You would think that would make people turn around, but it's like you can use a mouse and keyboard. So when PC cheaters want to say like, oh, it's because we have mouse and keyboard, well, you can use that on console. So that's actually a garbage excuse. We all know that these people
I,
cheat, right? You see big streamers with their KD out getting 40 kills in Warzone. They go to a LAN event and then they get like 10 kills max. What does that tell you? What does that
I
actually tell you? They're absolutely cheating, and Activision does not care. They do not care. Then they accuse people of stream sniping. It's like the same thing over and over again. You got wall
Hmm.
hacks, radar hacks. Don't have any recoil, but then you go to a LAN event and your recoil is unstable. So it's such a cheating thing. And the reason why I do say it's because it is much harder to cheat on console compared to a PC. You just easily download or whatnot. I don't know, buy them. I don't know what you do because I'm not a cheater, but it's crazy. And you see streamers, their eyes like move to the next screen. They look back to their screen and then they're getting all these kills because you're looking at where your enemy is. They're not looking at their chat. They're not looking
Right.
at their chat. You know what I mean? It's so apparent when they're like this, eyes are going elsewhere, coming back, and next thing you know, they get a kill. Like,
Right.
right? So the cheating is such a big thing. This is why I really advocate that they do go back to console, because at the height of Call of Duty, when it was the number one, nobody could touch it in sales and all this, it was because it was strictly console. But then more streamers started to get famous off Call of Duty, like when Warzone came out. And I will say Warzone was the death of Call of Duty because that's when you got these streamers just advocating, and then Activision didn't give a shit about anything other than, oh, these streamers are making us money. Now let's just focus on money. Screw the millions of people that played this game and want to play fair.
Right.
Right? I mean, what do you think about
Yeah.
all that?
Um. So, as I mentioned before, is that
Yeah.
I still think that it should be available also on PC. However, I think what they need to do is maybe if you want to lure, if you want to pull more people away from the PC and have console, uh, maybe have more features and things available for console players
Mm-hmm.
compared to PC.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I was the one advertising or trying to sell
Right.
Call of Duty to people, obviously I want people to play my game. Not everybody has a console, not everybody has a computer.
Right.
They might have one or the other.
Right.
And so it's really, you want to be able to play with your friends. And when they have PC, but you're on console, but they made it cross-play where you can be able to play with them, stuff like that.
Right.
But I can understand the frustration of the cheaters and stuff. Well, why don't they just put more features available for console players than PC players? Then that will kind of I
Yeah.
don't know, kind of
I'm
make people
yeah.
stop playing PC and
Right.
switch to console.
Right. Give him an incentive to not play on PC. That's great. That's
Yes,
great.
instead of just doing console but no PC, because you'll be losing money if you opt out
Right.
PC
I
players.
totally agree. I mean, I think the crossplay kind of ruins it because I think if PC players want to go against cheater versus cheater, I know not all PC players are cheaters, and that's really unfortunate. But if they have a console, I think it should be just console versus console, PC versus PC. Because like I said, I keep going to Ubisoft. I complain about Ubisoft quite a bit, but I mean, they get it. Like, they get it because if you want mouse and keyboard, you have it on console. You can cheat on console, but obviously the cheats on PC kind of, you know, overpower those that are on console. So it's like, I think it should just be Xbox, PlayStation, PC versus PC. That's one. I think we
Yeah.
start there. But yeah, I'm done with these people and Activision not caring. They just care about marketing this crap game. Streamers tell us that it's the best thing they've played. They played at a private event. It's the best thing. They come back and then they say how shit the game is. So they basically lied to us to get what they wanted, and nothing gets changed. I mean, no cheaters get banned now. I don't know if you know this, but streamers have the right now to basically report anyone in their lobby and get them kicked out during Warzone.
Interesting.
They gave them the power, so even if you kill them fairly, if they die, they don't like it, they report them. They're quickly removed from the match.
Hmm.
So it's like they clearly don't care. I think it should just be console only. If they want to keep doing this Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare, like keep repeating the history that they think it's going to like replicate what has been done in the past, it won't. And I think the PC is a lot to blame for that. It's just everyone cheats now. I don't understand it. I don't get it. What do you gain by cheating? Like,
Especially when is a free game to play as
yeah,
well.
it is.
But
Yeah.
yeah, what
See, they
I yeah.
good. Good.
Uh, I said I bought the Modern Warfare 2 when it came out, and that was like $60.
Right?
And so that's the one that I actually I put money in towards, but
Yeah.
Warzone is a different situation. But
It is.
I don't know.
I mean
It's
I like the multiplayer, don't get me wrong, but the maps, it's clearly evident that they only focus on Warzone because there's a lot of problems with multiplayer that they don't fix. They
it's
don't
a
care.
big it's a big mess that involves actually, I mean, not trying to get off topic, but it
Go ahead.
involves mostly all the shooters out there.
Yeah.
All shooters have some type of interference of people trying to cheat, just trying to win a match or get like a bunch of kills for one round and be like satisfied. And then later they record it and they show it off. Yeah, I got 50 kills, but yeah, you cheated
But you
though.
cheated.
So
And it's but like they don't
yeah,
care because people are putting money in their pockets even though
yeah,
they're cheating. And then they're gonna say, no, they're not cheating. You just suck. It's like regular people cannot shoot the way they're shooting because they're actually cheating. We could also be amazing at this game if I saw everyone's line out of their body on my hacks.
yeah,
Imagine how good we'd be. Yeah, anyone can be amazing if you cheat.
yeah.
Duh. Like, I don't understand why these people ride for the cheaters. And then these cheaters, you know, they never like show us. I think there's like something you press on PC that like it'll show if your cheats appear or not. That I know like people in chat will tell these streamers to do and they don't do it. I don't know what the keys are, but I know there's like something that shows up. If y'all know what that is, let us know. It it gets to a point where it's so frustrating that I don't care if they want to make it Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. They want to keep repeating the past. It's just not going to work out. We're done. We're fed up. This new generation wants to play it. That's fine because they don't know how good it was at one point. That's the thing,
Right.
right? They don't know how good it was. They only know what crap is being fed to them. So I'm not going to have high expectations. I didn't even buy Vanguard because I knew that was going to be a flop, and it very much was. So I'm gonna wait. The good thing is about Call of Duty is the release time is always by Black Friday, so you can always pick up the game for like $30, like 3 weeks after it releases,
Correct.
right? Like that's the best part of it because I don't spend full price on this game. They don't have anything fun. It's like now you can't even make your own calling cards or your badge. What is it? I can't even think about it right now.
Yeah, yeah. Your battle tag.
Yeah, your battle
Or
tag, everything's restricted. Now with this voice chat being censored when Call of Duty argument are like the best fights ever. They are the best things ever. The most toxic people I think should just be allowed to be toxic because A, it's entertaining. But B, you can always mute them. Amazing, huh? Amazing that you do have a mute button that people don't do. But now it's like censored. People can't fight. You can get banned from chat. You can get it's become too controlled. Um yeah, I just feel like this is not gonna last. What is your timeline you think if Call of Duty gets good again? Do you think it ever will? And if so, like what do you think that timeline looks like?
I mean, the game could be just good. It's just based on the players and they decide to be able to cheat or not. That ruins the
It's the
fun.
cheats. Like we
Like,
gotta
yeah,
really, yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's just that's just how it is. It's
right.
just like you go to a party and then somebody there's always that one person there that just wants to ruin it or something like that, and then it just the party's ruined.
Yeah.
And
The
so
rats multiply. The rats are multiplying. I mean,
um
yeah.
I don't think this is ever gonna end.
Yeah.
I could be straight honest with you. I don't think it's gonna ever end. No matter what future first person shooter comes out
Yeah.
besides Call of Duty, I somebody's gonna be able to be creating some type of hacks or something to be able to use just so they could be able to get some easy win
I
kills and all
mean,
that. So
totally. I mean, totally. That's why I think it should just, I think if they made one release, even if it's a shit release, I don't care, right? Put one on console only and just see it, test it out, or maybe release it on PC a year later or something like that. Like, many games don't come out on another platform till like a year later. All I'm asking
Um,
is that you release it on console first and you just see how different it is without the PC players involved. Would you agree?
that's I could work, as I said before, that I think more it's just based on features or just kind of things that you could be able to get.
Okay, so
Um,
you're focused on
big
like the amenities of it.
yes.
I'm all about taking it away.
I mean, I would too, but it's hard because nowadays it seems like there, regardless if even if it's exclusive title, it just seems like PC players always end up always getting a copy of it like months later, a year later, which I can kind of see that now. It's been happening a lot now with like PlayStation
Yeah,
exclusive games. They're now coming to PC
right.
because they're making more money, and
Yeah,
so
true.
I mean, they could take that approach, but like, I think it's
No,
gonna
because
just
it's
bring
about
a lot.
money. It's about money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
all
know.
they care about money,
Right.
so
In a perfect world, we would love it. I would love to see the format of the future I want to see. Release it on console only. Wait on PC if you must, since they care. I'm trying to compromise here. But if I didn't want to compromise, which I kind of don't, I would just say strictly console because then you get the old time feels back. I really think they want that nostalgia. Move it to console only. It minimizes the cheats greatly. Now, of course, people are going to find ways to cheat on console if they were to take it away from PC, but by then it'll take time. And then you get people who can make anti-cheating software. They can get their money, right? They can make their own business doing off this. Like it'll expand the workforce, first of all, and it would I think it would just improve like people care like Sony or not Sony it just can't be Activision. Honestly, it just can't be Activision. I think if anyone else took over, an overhaul of Activision, get us a decent game, take time, console only, and just watch it go back to normal. I really think without
um,
these PC streamers, it would be better.
here's a thought. I'm trying to think of like if somebody were gonna watch this video or have their own opinions and thoughts in their
Yeah.
comments, and I don't know. Imagine me commenting and saying something. Well, why don't you just play on console and not worry about the PC players? What would you say? How would you respond
I
to
do
that?
play on console, but the problem is, I mean, I don't play Warzone, right? So I don't think anyone's cheating in hardcore. I don't know
Hmm.
how ranked goes. They do have ranked now. People do cheat in ranked. That's like Rainbow Six, right? You're gonna run into cheaters. That is, but the amount that they are allowing cheating. So what is the point of playing a game that you're going into a losing battle? How is it fun
So
to just keep dying because you're playing against cheaters?
so that sounds like crossplay. So you want to play against just console only
Well, yeah, you
players
could
and
do that.
maybe
I think you can do that, but that's not. I don't play Warzone, right? So I'm not. But this is for
why?
everybody else.
Yeah.
This I'm trying to be an advocate for everybody else. It's like, why would you play like let's say Rainbow Six, right? Because that's the game I predominantly play.
Right.
If
Okay.
everybody cheated there as much, which they can't because of Battle Eye, but if everybody cheated there the way they cheat in Warzone or Call of Duty that Activision allows, I wouldn't be playing Rainbow Six.
Hmm.
I would give up. It's so frustrating to go against like a rigged system. It's rigged and they're allowing it, they're promoting it. These people and these big time players can't play without their cheats. That's it. I play hardcore. If I was to play hardcore and I ran to cheater after cheater, guess what? I'm not playing Call of Duty and I'm not even playing Call of Duty that often anyway now because the game has just gone downhill. So they keep going on this downhill trajectory without trying to change the algorithm. They're not putting in any effort to try to make it better, just slapping on a new label and trying to bring old stuff into the new stuff. Let's
Right.
put it on console only. Let's, minimize the cheating. Let's just start there. Start there. And then let's just see. And if they get positive feedback, I really think they can be maybe 8 years from now. I'm with you though on when I say I don't think Call of Duty will ever recover from its massive colossal trash that it's become. But let's try something new. Let's bring it back on console only.
Um, I don't know if you experienced this before, but I thought I'd just ask. I obviously for me, I have no idea because I'm just really bad at the game. I just play
Hmm.
for fun. But have you, when you play it, you currently play Call of Duty only on console? Is that
Yeah.
correct? What do you play against? Usually play against other
Yeah.
console players, or
No,
do
it's
you?
crossplay. It's crossplay, and
Okay,
I don't run into problem because, like I said, like multiplayer, it's like you don't run into that. It's these people are cheating on ranked, right? And cheating on ranked, and they're cheating on Warzone.
okay.
But as a player who's been a player for a long time in this franchise, you've completely turned your back on the people that made your game what it is, which is us regular people that played it from the very beginning. Very first Call of Duty, I was there. Now
Hmm.
it's turned into this terrible cheating frenzy, and we're done with it. And I mean, I feel bad for people that do play Warzone as their main game. There's a ton of players that want to play fairly. It's not fair to them. It is
I
not
think
fair to
there's
them.
more. I think there's more players that play Warzone than the regular
Probably. I'm sure there is.
current Call of
Yeah,
Duty
like
that's
multiplayer.
active.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
not fair.
because it's free
Yeah, it's free.
and they take advantage of that.
It's
So,
like if that's what I'm saying. It's like it's just not fair to those that want to play a game. And if this is how it is with how Rainbow Six is to me, this is how Warzone is to them. And it's just not fair that they're gonna keep getting shat on because they keep going against cheaters. And these cheaters are the ones that are not getting consequences for their action. And that's another thing. Let's say
mhm.
it doesn't move to console only, we remain on PC. If they don't do anything about the cheating, then it doesn't matter, right? But if they did something about the cheating, like if they actually had a good anti cheat software, then I would say let's not move it to console. But I think taking it only to console would cut the head of the snake off. And I think a lot of these streamers wouldn't even be playing Call of Duty. They're going to take their break. Like you notice so many streamers when a new update comes out that says like it'll expose if you have third party software, it'll detect it for like the first week. All these people say they're taking a break and playing another game. What does that mean? They're waiting for the cheats to be released so they can come back to Call of Duty.
um,
You see, they all take this is all planned. This is all people can see through it, and a lot of people can't. You know, we're only here to shed light on this. I just a game isn't fun if you're cheating, and it's not fun for the
mhm.
cheaters either. But they only care about the money. See, that's why I hate the gaming community today is focused way too much on your like KD. Focused way too much on like how many kills you drop, right? They're not focused on the actual content. And that is, I think, where gaming has taken a slippery slope. And I think Call of Duty is a perfect example of that, only caring about the money,
Correct.
right?
Um, the way that you sound this, and I hopefully I may have trying to correct this right or
Hmm.
something. It seems like you said that you only play on console,
Yeah.
but you don't do the PC version. So it's like you like the console,
Yeah.
but at the exact same time, you're trying to give support
Yes.
to the PC players
Yes.
at the
Yeah.
exact same time, even though you don't really care to play on the PC
Yeah.
side
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah.
And I'm over here like, well, why don't you just leave the PC players alone and just focus on the console players, and then you don't have to worry about the cheating as much. If you get my kind of sense,
Yeah. But I'm,
I kind of see where you're going
yeah,
towards.
I'm trying to
That's when.
advocate for that because to me,
So
people
you're
that,
advocating for PC
yeah,
players.
I'm also advocating. Like I would say if you're on PC and you're not cheating and you're tired of it, plug in your mouse and keyboard to your console. That's it. Get yourself a capture card if you're streaming. Get yourself a
Hmm.
capture card. That's like I do. That's what I do. I get my capture card from my console to my PC. Then you can play with your mouse and keyboard and turn that crossplay. I think you can. I actually don't know because I have not. But like if you're playing Warzone, if you can turn I think you can. I remember the old one you could, so I don't see why you couldn't. Turn that shit off. Play it against, mouse and keyboard, your actual raw skill because these people don't cheat. If you can get your mouse and keyboard on console, I don't see why people are so stuck on playing it on PC. Maybe there's advantages. I don't know. Maybe the FPS is better. I don't know. But I'd rather deal with a higher, like a lower FPS rate on console or something without cheating. If there's a way to minimize something you're so frustrated, do that. Do that. I'm just trying to advocate because I hate people that are cheaters. I don't like cheaters. This
Yeah.
isn't a school test you're cheating on because that's your own grade, right? Cheating in school only affects that one person, right?
Right.
Right. It's only affecting the person taking the test. Someone cheating in class isn't going to affect everybody else, but these people that cheat for themselves in gaming are affecting everybody else.
Right.
It's kind of like a game of blackjack, right? You ever play
Hmm.
blackjack?
Yeah, I know
Oh,
blackjack.
you know blackjack, right? If someone
Hmm.
on the table that you're in, right, is messing up playing stupidly, right, to get themselves, you're screwing over everybody else on that table.
Hmm.
And that's how it is. That one person in the many of the people are just screwing over people that just want to play fair. So I would really highly recommend do what I do. Get yourself a capture card, go on console, Warzone. I mean, forget. I mean, if you want to play it, go on console and turn off crossplay. And yeah, your lobby, but then it's like the lobbies may be smaller, but you know what? It is what it is. You get to play a fair game or somewhat, you're really minimizing that. And then yeah, I mean, I just feel bad for the players that are on. Maybe they don't have a console. They want to play on PC. What are they supposed to do? Just go against cheater after cheater and never win? How frustrating is that?
Um, you remember when I said I think when they started having Call of Duty through the Blizzard
Yeah.
launcher or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first started playing Call of Duty on PC.
Uh-huh.
I actually, believe it or not, I played with some of my Xbox friends,
Uh-huh.
uh, and I saw that everybody but me was using a controller, but I was using a keyboard and mouse. I actually had the option to switch over to a controller. They
Yeah,
actually
they do.
suggest that, like, if you want to do
Yeah.
that, to switch over to
Yeah. You
controller.
know why?
So I was on PC, but I was using a
Yeah.
controller, so
Yeah.
it made it kind of even for everybody
Yeah.
else.
You know
And
why?
so,
Streamers do
yeah.
that. Big time streamers, there's some are on mouse and keyboard. A majority have scuffed controllers. It's because you
Mhm.
have aim assist on controller. You don't have
Yeah.
aim assist on mouse and keyboard. So many of them that still cheat, just use a controller because it has aim
Mhm.
assist. That's not cheating. That's just part of the game. You use controller, you get aim assist. But yeah, many of them do. So it's like mouse and keyboard to me doesn't give you that advantage. But if you like playing it, like to me, like I grew up on console, so I really don't like mouse and keyboard. But that's not why I'm upset. It's you have that option on console. So let's just go there and play against people that are going to find it way harder to cheat than those with PC. I mean, how easy is it to get a cheat, honestly, right? I don't know. You go to a website, you pay for it. I don't even know if you pay for it. I think you do. Do you know how that works?
I, I don't know. I never
Yeah,
attempted.
we don't cheat. So,
I'm assuming it's probably hidden through a bunch of random ads or just things that will give you viruses.
yeah.
I'm assuming, and it's just
Yeah.
not really
It's
fun.
another pay to win. That's kind of like the whole bundle thing we were talking about. It's just like another thing, whether they pay for it, download it discreetly. I don't know. Either way, I love the videos that you see on YouTube of streamers that were caught cheating. And it's like, so they accidentally left their hacks on or whatnot. It's always fun to see that. It is
Oh, correct.
always fun to see that. Yeah, this is kind of like, I just think overall, all right, so Sword thinks that it should be on, and correct me if I'm wrong. All right, you say keep it on PC, but we need incentives to try to pull people to console only.
Yeah, just kind of have more things, or only things that are available that's on console compared to PC.
Correct.
I think that'd be kind of an interesting approach. And they're just only doing it just to help maybe reduce the amount of hacking and stuff like that. And
Right.
then the viewer count will start dropping on PC, and the console will start going up a little bit more, and as time progresses. And a lot of people get frustrated. I'm like, well, hey, we just got the hacks are just out of control. It needs to be fixed. We got to
Right.
do something.
Right.
I heard something interesting. Trying to change the subject for a minute
Yeah.
here, but um, I think it was Apple.
Uh-huh.
They did something interesting once. Is they were asking somebody or anybody, and they were willing to give whoever can do it money, a certain amount of money, if they could be able to figure out a way to hack their uh, their phone or something like that.
Oh, to see if
Yeah,
it's hackable.
yeah. I mean, imagine if
Oh.
Call of Duty actually did some kind of jobs where that were like, hey, we want to see if anybody can be able to hack our game. We'll pay you, and they'll be able to see your work, and then they'd be able to
Mm. Yeah.
prevent less directions of ways how to do it. Obviously, there's probably still thousands and thousands of ways, probably, but
Yeah.
like they're just that's just some uh
That's great.
that's one way to do it, I think.
That is great. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I am not claiming this, but this is strictly opinion. I would
Hmm.
not be surprised if Activision is funding the people who are giving out the cheats. I would not be
Okay.
surprised if it's money you pay for cheats. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't put it past them to if they were funneling the money to get these people to pay because then it goes back into their pocket. But I think
Yeah.
what you said is great. I think that's a great idea. I think it
Yeah.
just should be strictly console. You guys, mouse the M and K players. You can do this on console. All right. You don't have to go down like this. Okay. I think if people were to just move to console only, give it up on PC, Activision can see how many PC players there are. It would significantly decrease that they would have no choice but to make it console only. If they saw a big decline in PC players because of their cheating and everyone just going to console, I think then, because guess what? You hit them where it hurts. Their wallet, right? If they're making more money on PC, these streamers are hyping it up on PC. I think just making a big change and hitting them, maybe just boycott it, not boycott, maybe you don't want to buy it. As long as they decrease in somewhere in revenue, then they will make a change because sadly I don't think anything we say here today will make a difference, but I think it should just be console only. Let's say screw PC for a bit until they get the message to fix their cheating. Right? Think we're all in
Yeah.
agreement. Let us know, guys. What do you guys think, though? We want to know what y'all think about. Should it be console only? And if you think it should be on every platform, what are ways you would do to mitigate the cheating? Let's hear about it. We want to hear your guys' opinions.
Yeah.
Honestly. I mean, yeah, that's it. I'm strict on the console. So I mean, I don't think I think it's just easier. I do love a controller. I will always choose controller though, but I don't like PC because, like I said, I play Call of Duty with family. So if I want to take my console somewhere, it's cool that I can take it anywhere and split screen it and play. Can't do that with you can't lug that thing everywhere. You know what I mean? Start it up, get your
I,
windows, you're up to. It's just too much. You can't do that unless you want it. It's stationary. It's stationary. It's really mobile though. I forgot there is Call of Duty mobile though. I don't play that. Do you? I don't play any mobile games really. I don't know about you, Sword.
no, I don't, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I could imagine the how worse that would be trying to
Gosh.
do that, and you have to
Seriously.
get. But they sell these pre joysticks where you just put the phone in and you can
I
be able to
do
use it
have a
like
backbone.
and if and it feels like it's also a console maybe because
Yes.
you're using a
I
controller
do
and
have a
so
backbone. I do have one. I do have one. I will
so
talk. I actually want to discuss that probably in the future, but I do have one I
mhm.
want to show. For me, because I have one, it's PS5, right? Or PS4, but it's not really like you use the remote play. So basically, if you don't have Wi Fi, you can't use it. And with how much Wi-Fi it really needs, it's like you can only just take it around the house. I've taken it outside. It's very not great to play Call of Duty on, but if you have like a campaign game you want to take on the go, it really does work. Definitely worth it in my opinion. But we'll talk more about that in the future. Is there anything else about Call of Duty before we wrap up here you want to get off your chest or say? Anything?
I don't know. It's kind of interesting how we were able to plot a lot of pros and cons about how
Mm-hmm.
if it was going to be a if it should be on console or
Yeah.
PC. Um, Another thing I thought would been kind of interesting, but I know that they would never do, is imagine if console had a was a year ahead of the Call of Duty
That's what
games,
I
and
was
then
saying. I
and
mentioned that
and, and then
earlier.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I must have missed that part, but like as the next October, November comes up, then the PC players will get
that's
their
yeah,
previous, and so
yeah,
that's definitely an interesting thought of doing that.
right.
And so
Yeah, I mentioned
um
that earlier. I said that it
I
should be released there first and then on PC.
uh I know
Yeah.
Epic Launcher is one of those type of people where there's a lot of certain games that they get dibs first of the game before it goes to Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and usually they have like a year kind of stretch. And so I imagine if something went like that direction, is like a
Right.
year. And so, like for example, Dead Island 2, it's on Epic Store, but it's not on Steam for a whole year, if I believe correctly. So
So there you go.
it's so yeah,
So
that's
there you
one
go.
thought too. So
See, I just
I don't
think,
know.
and you don't hear anything about Epic, right? We only hear about Activision because they're just seemingly turning their back on so many people, like they just don't care. So I do think if people would just not buy one game, the next one, as hard as that may be, I think if people just stop buying it one time enough to hit them where it hurts, then they will make these changes. I mean, the thing with boycotts, right? Boycotts, it doesn't really work because it works at first and then it doesn't, right? So all I ask, maybe if this is what has to happen, is don't partake in the next game until they change it. Then if they start caring, buy it again. You know, kind of like that. Like how many times has Starbucks been banned, like boycotted and nothing ever got done? And then something happens in the beginning and then people go buy. Maybe that's just what we need, that like halt on them for a second, and then maybe they take a deep look like, oh wow, we really have been neglecting, or our pockets are hurting, maybe we should just listen to the millions of people who are complaining, and then something will get done. But we will see.
Yeah,
We will see. The
yeah,
future is not looking too bright though.
yeah, and obviously, last but least, but this would also have to force the PC players to buy consoles and fork up a lot of money to, which is kind of stressful for them as well. So
True, but to me,
that
I
would,
think, yeah, that is true. I think a PC, right, is way more expensive than a
es-
console. I mean, it
yeah,
is.
the every the latest consoles come out about $400 or $500 just to play a $60 game. So
$70 now.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
70, yeah,
$70. I
it's
know.
ridiculous. And then if you do like battle pass, you do an epic thing, it's like $100, and just like goodness gracious. So
I mean, it's true, but if you were gonna get a PC or even upgrade it, how much money you're gonna put into that? You might as well just get console. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I mean, PCs are not cheap. You have to take care of them, right? A console,
true.
the best part, and I'm always a console writer. This is why I always will be console biased. You just plug it in and it's good. That's it.
Correct.
That
You
is
can
it.
even you can even download the game
That's
onto
it.
your thing, so you don't have to worry about a disc and scratched or
That's
lost
it. That's it.
or
It's that
so.
easy. And if you want to play on, like I said, you get a capture card. But like I said, I always will love console. But yeah, you're right. For a PC who doesn't have a console, well, you know what? Maybe it's time to think about where we're gonna put our money next, because Activision's taking too much. I just think maybe we just say screw you for a bit until they tweak some stuff, and then we'll
Uh,
see. You know, right? These are only our opinions, guys. Let us know what y'all think. Again, we don't, you know, this is just our ideas, what we think. But what do you think the future is, and how would you guys approach this? Should it be console? And only if not, tell us what you would do to, lessen the cheating. Before I wrap up on the Call of Duty, I have a quote. We always end on a quote, guys. And if anyone is interested, for topics, what you all want us to discuss, what you want to hear or see or talk about gaming, a story about gaming that's important to you, you can actually join the Discord. And there is a place for you guys to discuss all of this, to write to us. And you can find it at !Discord. We'll take you to the link, but you can also go on discord.io/brew-crew. You can join us there. Okay, so the quote before we sign off here, it is from Skyrim. All right. It reads, "What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort?" Man, this is a deep one. That is a deep one. What do you think the answer to that is, Sword? What's your answer? To be
I'm not sure. This is.
to be born good or overcome your evil nature through great effort.
Oh man.
I know, it's deep. It's a deep one. Well, while you're thinking, I would say it's probably better to overcome your evil nature through great effort, because if you're born good, do you really grow as a person? But if you have like evil, like, or done bad things to overcome them and try to change your ways, I think you grow and become a better person from there. But if you're just born good from the beginning to the end, where's your growth? It's
Yeah.
better to learn. But I think that's such a good quote. I absolutely
Mhm.
love that. Wait,
Yeah.
Sword, thank you again for joining today. Always good talking to you. You guys can find
Mhm.
him, BW Sword on Twitch. You can find him there on YouTube, and BW Sword on Twitter. Right? Is there anything else I'm missing?
Oh, TikTok.
Oh yeah, what's your
Let's
TikTok?
see. It's just BW Sword as well.
BW Sword. Okay, guys, and you can find
No,
me.
Twitter and all that stuff. Yeah.
I will tag him in my Twitter. You guys will see him for sure. But yeah, you go follow, subscribe to YouTube, go follow him on Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff. You guys can find me at HBrutiful on Twitter and Instagram, Hello Brutiful on YouTube and Twitter. Oh my God, and Twitch. And you can also find me at Hello Brutiful Gaming on TikTok as well. Thank you so much, Sword, for joining. Thank you all for coming in.
No problem.
We appreciate all of you. And stay safe, everyone. Enjoy y'all's weekend. We will see you all back here next week. And take care.